This is Warzone Jones. I want to talk about Randy Orton. You know what Randy Orton is, right? Randy Orton, a guy who is known as the Viper, who used to be known as the Legend Killer. Now I want to ask you this. Is Randy boring? That's my question. Now the reason why I ask that is because, at least within the last 4 years, people have said that Randy Orton is boring. Literally. Said that the man is boring. They say when he talk, he's boring. They say when he sometimes wrestle that he is boring. They say when he sometimes do that, that the man is boring. His group Legacy was boring. I could tell you right now, his last WWE Championship title run was boring. And a lot of the stuff that he just does is boring. You notice that word keeps coming up, boring. And look, if you compare Randy Orton when he was the Legend Killer to the Viper, compared to the Legend Killer, the Viper character is boring. Oh yeah, believe me when I tell you, it is boring. Now, if you remember Randy Orton when he was with Evolution, man, this man was hungry. He was thirsty. He was clawing his way to the top. He was having good matches. He was having great feuds. He was having great Intercontinental title runs. Like, his Intercontinental title run was great. Like, I think he had that belt for like 7 months. He had a 7-month great Intercontinental title run. One of the best I ever saw. I tell you that right now. At least for me, I enjoyed his Intercontinental title run. And around the time when he was, the Legend Killer, there was nothing boring about Randy Orton. Nothing. There was nothing boring about this guy. You can clearly see that this guy had something, and you can clearly see that this guy had what it takes to be the #1 guy and to be the world champion one day, which is what he is now. So he's a 7-time world champion now. But here's the thing. Randy Orton has a tendency to put on boring matches. And I think he does that on purpose. He does it on purpose, or rather maybe he just doesn't care. That's what I should say. Randy doesn't care if he doesn't deliver in the ring. I think one of the reasons why he does that is because, well, maybe he figured, well, I've been there and I've done that. If a guy's going to have an attitude like that and he's going to be wrestling like that, to me, a guy like that, I don't want him on my TV. Not that I'm saying I don't want Randy Orton on my TV, but what I'm trying to say is, to me, Randy Orton has a tendency to be boring. Now, here's the thing. Randy Orton, oh, God, they call the man Randy Headlock Orton, right? They call the man Randy Headlock Orton. Why? Because he puts a guy in a headlock all day? Oh, yeah, he does that. Oh, yeah, Randy Orton does that. And that's boring. Let's be honest here. Let's say you have a 15-minute match. And at least 10 minutes of the match, you put somebody in a headlock. That's boring. You go off to a commercial and we come back and you still got the man in a headlock? Like, are you kidding me? That's boring. We don't want to see that stuff. The Legend Killer character, his moveset was also better than what it is now. Like, the man has completely changed his wrestling style. His wrestling style is so completely different. His wrestling style back then, when he was the Legend Killer, used to be athletic, quick, quick and fast. Well, quick and fast mean the same thing. But hopefully you get what I'm trying to say here. Basically what I'm trying to say is he was an exciting wrestler. There was nothing boring about Legend Killer Randy Orton back then. There was nothing boring about Legend Killer Randy Orton. Randy Orton's the Legacy group. Oh God, this group was so damn boring. That group sucked. Matter of fact, I don't want to go into it. You want to hear about what I think of Legacy? Check my video out, The Legacy of Legacy, and I talk about that group all through that video. Here's my thing. Randy Orton has a tendency to get boring because he doesn't care. Randy Orton is there to get paid, get laid, whatever the hell you want to call it. That man is just there to get paid sometimes, and I don't like that about him. Matter of fact, I don't want to say it necessarily angers me, but because I'm used to Randy Orton doing that shit. But Randy Orton does have a tendency to get boring from time to time. As a matter of fact, the man was so boring at one point when The Rock came back, wasn't nobody talking about his ass. Let's be honest here. You wasn't talking about Randy Orton. And a lot of people say, this is the last time I heard a lot of people say that Randy Orton was boring. It was within his feud. They said the stuff that he was doing in the feud was boring. The feud he had with CM Punk. His match with Triple H, it sucked. At WrestleMania, that match he had with Triple H at WrestleMania, it sucked. I don't think Randy Orton tried hard in that match at all. To be honest with you, you know why? Because I've seen him do so much better. I've seen the man do so much better. But you know, that's all I want to say. You know, everybody got their opinions on Randy Orton. I don't hate Randy Orton. I just hate the fact that he sometimes put on a boring match and he thinks that's okay. And to me, that's not cool. We pay to see you. We pay to see you wrestle, and you come out here and you put on a boring match, a boring performance, literally like you're not trying hard because you're afraid you're gonna get hurt. You're supposed to, you know, take risks. You take risks in a wrestling business, and I don't think that's cool. We paying our money, whether it be at a pay-per-view or a house show or, you know, or a Raw, you know, whatever, you know, the main show. So that's all I want to say. This is Warzone Jones. Let me know what you think. Do you think Randy Orton is boring or not? So that's it from me. I'm out. Peace.